This is the Jeff Keyes Auto Sports Desk.
5 games from Section 4 basketball. Lucas Bartlow signs with Syracuse for next season, and our athlete of the week is rolling his way to perfection. Welcome to the Sports Desk. We start our Wednesday out west as we take a trip across the Susquehanna. The Patriots of Binghamton crossing the river this wintry, snowy evening. No, not to take on the British, but to battle the Hawks in an early season showdown in the Stack. Patriots trying to spoil the Hawks home opener. Binghamton started the game out on an 8-0 run before Kyler Stevenson finds Nolan Proudfoot. He stops, he pops, he drains the 3 to cut into the Patriot lead. Still early on, though, and the Pats defense beginning to lock down. Zubar Griffin ends up with the rock here. He's going to rock the baby to sleep with the pretty up and under layup. Griffin with 43 on the night for the Patriots. They're up 1, but this one will go back and forth all night. And it will go right down to the wire. Right here in the first quarter, Mekhi Daniels making the deposit at the bank before the buzzer. Corning would be up 3 after 1, but it would go to overtime, and in overtime, this, no, not your game winner, but it is pretty. And Binghamton would pick up a 2-point win on the road, 73-71. Express hosting Johnson City in Elmira, and Elmira unbeaten coming off their win at the Charlie Sibley tournament. Express out early in this one, turnover, and it's Anthony Kitchen sending it to Malachi Banks, the two-handed slam. Puts Elmira up double digits. They extend the lead as Dash Harris drains the 3, just one of many in the quarter for the Express. Harris now dishing it off to Harris, James Harris, that is. All sorts of time, and it's a couple of Harrises cutting it up. Wildcats getting in the action. Keon, St. Helene, turns, burns. The mid-range jumper is good, but it's too much from Elmira as the Express roll all night. They cruise from start to finish and beat the Wildcats 89-23. Let's move to Susquehanna Valley, where it's a battle between Chenango Valley and the Sabres. The Warriors' Jimmy Fitzgerald doing some dirty work, getting the rebound and putting it in. Warriors up 34-16. Sabres' Jack Desimone trying to stop any offense with the block there. No, 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 says Jack. But Chenango Valley could not be stopped. Alakai Murray going here for the layup. And the Warriors up by 26. They would continue to roll. This shot here to beat the buzzer, not quite. It's still good, though, and it's pretty. Chenango Valley gets the win, 79-41. One other game for the boys on Wednesday night. Union Endicott traveled north to take on Ithaca. Tigers a winners on the road, 74-59. And Maine-Endwell girls basketball on the second end of a back-to-back. Spartans bounce back and get the win at home over Trumansburg, 44-28. Lucas Bartlow has been a rock between the pipes for the Blue Devils over the last 3 seasons. He still has one more year at Chenango Forks, but he locked up where he'll be headed for the next 4 years earlier. Bartlow signed his national letter of intent to attend Syracuse University next fall and play lacrosse for the historic program. Bartlow is a 4-time All-Division goalie and holds the Forks record with 698 saves during his career. He spoke after the signing about being able to fulfill his lifelong dream.
I've always wanted to go to Syracuse since I was younger, going to the games like lacrosse and football. So it was a dream come true when they reached out to me the first. So I, instantly kind of knew I was going there. So I just took a visit and I committed like the next day. So it was crazy.
Bartlow also played football for Chenango Forks. The senior played safety and led this year's Class C champions with 113 total tackles, while he also found the end zone 4 times that playing fullback. And while Kurt Hennig may be the first name that comes to mind when you say Mr. Perfect, Maine-Endwell Stephen Smith is hitting the lanes and trying to take over the moniker. The Spartan rolled a 300 recently and is moving from the lanes to our Athlete of the Week.
Being perfect in anything is nearly impossible, but Maine-Endwell senior Stephen Smith had a day where he had a 300 score.
I had a comfortable amount of miss room left and right. I mean, I was in a comfortable ball. I've had the front 10 twice before that, and front 9 about 8 times. Like it's, so getting to that wasn't necessarily nerve-wracking, but the 12th shot, I mean, I balked before I even threw the 12. My feet got quick.
Smith's favorite place to bowl has always been midway lanes of Vestal, a place where he's been growing his game at since being a child. Now the alley's a spot Smith will remember getting a perfect score in the stacked preseason tournament.
It was absolutely rewarding. See, I've been bowling for about the better part of 14, 15 years now, but only started taking it seriously for 2. Have that happen in such a short amount of time, it only reaffirms that everything I'm doing is correct.
8 months ago, Smith was averaging 160 score each game. But in December, the senior has increased that number to 210.
Over the summer, he worked with his junior bowling coach, which I'm a friend with, and it's helped him out a lot. And between the groups of coaches that are helping him, you can see him develop. And I think mentally he's way more mature than he was last year.
Smith will return to Midway's Lane one more time to Sparta on January 8th against the Golden Bears, where he'll attempt to replicate the success. Congratulations once again to our 12 Sports Athlete of the Week, Maine-Endwell Stephen Smith.
And that was our 12 Sports' Keith Savage reporting as well.
All right, Zach, thank you. And don't go anywhere. We have one final story next.